Hey world, it is Sheila, and today let's chat about self above tribe. So, a lot of you know that I follow Dave's Superpowers on YouTube and their objective personality classes. And if you haven't heard about it, check it out. I love their system. It's different than MBTI. They don't correlate exactly. They still use ISFP as the archetype, but they have the 16 archetypes, but then they break them down, and so there's 512 total types out there, depending on modalities and animals. So there's two categories. It is either self above tribe or tribe above self. And all IPs are going to be self above tribe. All EJs are going to be tribe above self. And then IJs and EPs are going to go one way or the other depending if they are jumpers or not. And what a jumper is if you just jump your second function and you say like IJ, INTP would be NI, FI would be theirs. They're jumping that TE there. They still use the TE, but they rely more heavily on their FI over that, and then they would become self above tribe because the FI or TI is identity, and you put that identity before you put the tribes first. So we're just going to chat about being a self over tribe person, and so that's all IPs. So that's this person here. And it sounds so bad. It sounds like, oh my gosh, how selfish are you? And I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I don't know. No, I do know, because people have told me about a 7. And so, but that doesn't mean we're selfish at all. And it's funny because like the EJs are going to look at the IPs and think we are more selfish, and we're going to look at the EJs and think they're selfish for their own ways. So no type is better than the other, and we all do everything. But in general, what it means is IPs are always looking to their self first. They're analyzing how they feel. They're analyzing what they're thinking about everything all the time. From young age, I remember being a little kid and just always thinking about how everything makes me feel and my identity and what I want to be. And it's just like we are constantly fine-tuning throughout our whole life our FI and our TI. We are constantly fine-tuning exactly how we feel about every situation, what our truths are in every situation. And we just spend so much time, the majority of our life and day, thinking about that kind of stuff. So if you think you're an IP, start tracking how much you're thinking about your values, your feelings about everything that comes into your life. So say, somebody throws something at you. What are you first thinking about it? Are you thinking, how would that line up with me? How would I feel about that? So you're just constantly going into the self and running everything through that FI or that TI filter. It's like stuff comes in and first it hits that filter and then it makes its way down to the next functions. So right off the bat, in every situation, I am just checking my internal compass. I've used that term before, and what I'm wanting to do, and if it all matches and feels right. So when we're constantly working on that our whole life, we're doing that because we want to be the best that we can be to lead by example. We're not the type who are going to go out and rally a bunch of people and get all the troops to follow us by telling them what they should do, telling them how they should feel, telling them what they should think. That's not our go-to process. We are wanting to be the best person we can be and lead by example, so the tribe sees us and is like, wow, look what they're doing. I want to follow that. I want to be like that. Ooh, I'm inspired by that person. So that's what the IPs are doing. We are constantly just perfecting our identity and who we want to be, so the tribe just kind of wants to follow along and join in with us. Same with, I think most everybody agrees that Bill Gates is an INTP. So he being an IP also, all his life, he has created all these, he's amazing, all these possibilities and ideas to make the world a better place. And he puts his money where his mouth is. He's out there spending his fortune helping people. He's out there creating all these vaccines and clean water, clean, restrooms, for these people. He's out there doing it. He's going to these countries and he's in the trenches doing it. He's not sitting behind a desk going, everybody should, give me money. Everybody should do this. No, he is leading by example and trying to inspire the rest of the world to just get on board with him and want to, do this also. So that is, if you just study Bill Gates, he's pretty amazing. He's an amazing person. And he's in the trenches, getting dirty and being real, not just somebody behind a desk, preaching. And I think IPs really hate that. We're just like repulsed by the whole, do what you say, not what's that? Do as I do, not as I say. It's like we like to see people being authentic and walking the walk and talking the talk. I think nothing irks me more than watching somebody preach something, but then they're doing the complete opposite, or they're not doing it. It's just like so repulsive for us. And let's see. So yeah, we are just going to want to lead by example. We're just going to be the best person we can be, so the tribe wants to get on board with us. So I think the whole, self over tribe, we're just wanting to inspire them. Now, where we fall short is getting too caught up in ourselves and not, looking to, looking up out of ourselves and be like, oh yeah, there are people around us that need us right this second, that need us in this moment. And so sometimes the tribe will come with their little pitchforks like, pay attention to me now. We don't care if you're perfect right now. I want to take you as you are right now. And so we have to be aware of that. And like when I'm out in public, I really love helping others. I find such joy and satisfaction out of it. It's like, it just makes me feel good too, to help others. And so when I'm out in public, I'm one who likes to hold the door open for other people. Not only because I want them, to appreciate it, because I do, but I'm kind of always aware of the other eyes out there watching me, especially being a mom. when you become a mom, you have little ears and eyes constantly watching you and listening to you all the time. So you're so aware of your actions and how it's a ripple effect. So like when I go out in public and I hold a door open for somebody, it's because I want somebody to look at me and be like, oh, that's a great gesture. I should start doing something like that. I should be a better person. I should be more helpful in life. I should be nicer in life. And so I'm not doing it just, there's lots of reasons I'm doing it, you know. But I think for me, a lot of it is just wanting to be a good role model, and the whole pay it forward mentality very much is a belief of mine. And it's like, okay, if I do something good out in public or for somebody, I'm hoping that inspires them to want to do good. And then that inspires somebody else to want to do good. It's just that whole ripple effect of just leading by example, I guess. So, you know, people can look at me and be like, oh, that looks like FE, you know, but I'm like, no, I'm thinking that's my TE, you know, doing something in the physical world for somebody, you know, to help them. I mean, you could look at it FE, TE, I don't know. It's, everybody can be nice and sweet and nice, but I'm doing it to be a good example for people and to inspire others to be kind too, because one of my huge values and beliefs in life is just be kind, just be a good person, and it is going to inspire others to be kind and be good when you're being good. So I think when people look at FI or TI, you know, we get the bad rap of being, you know, self-centered, but we are self-centered, perfecting ourselves so we can make the world perfect too. So leave me a message if you agree or you don't agree, or just say hi. The last video I got a ton of comments, and I love interacting with the tribe. I'm like, ooh, my play energy. I'm like, hi people, because it's so hard to just stare at this camera and you know somebody's on the other end watching you, and you're like, I just want to like play with you on the other side. So I love the comments. So leave a comment, come out of the woodwork and say hi. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.